guys, this is Miqueas with another English lesson today. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to start a conversation with anyone. So you want to get a little bit of practice speaking in English, speaking with a native speaker on the street, in different environments. So today I'm going to give you the 3 steps to making or having a conversation with anyone. So the first step that I'm going to talk to you about is called small talk. The second step is called the thread. And the third is called get out of your head. Okay? So in the first step, we're going to talk about small talk. Okay? Small talk means you have a conversation that doesn't really mean anything in particular. Maybe what you're saying isn't so important, but it's a way to make conversation, to have a conversation with someone. So, there are 3 different ways, in my opinion, that you can do this. You can do this with a compliment, okay? Such as, say you are in your apartment building and you're in the elevator and you see someone that has really nice shoes or that is dressed very nice. You could say, oh, I really like your shoes. They're very cute, or they're very pretty, or etc. Okay? That's a way that you can start the conversation. Another way is what I call one-liners. So these are one-line phrases or sentences that you can use, that you sort of already have prepared in your head to spark up or to start a conversation, such as, how you doing, right? This is very informal, but it could start a conversation. How you doing? Or maybe you talk about the weather. You could say, oh, the weather's very nice today, or it's very cold today. Or you could ask them something about perhaps work, like, oh, hard day of work today, or something along those lines, okay? So those are one-liners. The other third step is question to follow-up question. So, for example, you could ask a question depending on the environment. Maybe if you are in the street, and you want directions somewhere, or even if you don't want directions but you just want to talk to that person, you could say, for example, I'm here in Chicago, and in Chicago we have a street called Michigan. So Michigan is very popular. It's a very popular street here, an avenue. So you could say, where is Michigan Avenue? And then maybe they give you directions. And then you could follow that up with what I call a follow-up question. So if, for example, that person starts to give you directions to Michigan Avenue, you could ask another question like, oh, are you from here? Or do you know any good restaurants around there? Again, you could ask for people's opinion. How is that restaurant? Okay? So these are just some ways to start a conversation. You can compliment someone, you can have a one-liner, a one-line sentence or phrase where you can ask a question, but you should also have a follow-up question prepared to keep that conversation going. So threading, which is the second thing I am going to talk to you about, is a way to keep the conversation going. Okay, you have one thread, you go to another thread, and you keep passing it down to be fluid, to create a fluid conversation. For example, let's go back to what I was saying about the elevator. If you're in the elevator with someone that you don't know, and you say, oh, nice shoes, I like your shoes, that's the compliment. You could have a follow-up question that says, that you could say, where did you get those from, right? And then that person would respond, and then you could say, oh, okay, nice, I've never been to that store where you got those. Are you from Chicago? Okay, so these are sort of like follow-up questions and ways to keep the conversation flowing. The third thing that I would like to mention is what I call get out of your head, okay? So this just means that I know that not being a native English speaker, it can be very intimidating to have a conversation with a native speaker. Maybe you feel unsure about your English skills. Maybe you think that person will be judging you or listening to every grammatical mistake that you make. But I promise you that English, or any language for that matter, is just about communication. So it's very important that you can think of communicating in this way. What is the important thing to happen? The important thing here is the message. So that person is listening for your message. Chances are they're not listening to your mistakes. If you have an accent, are they going to notice that you have an accent? Probably, but they're just listening for the message. So it's important to not overthink, oh, am I saying this right? Did I make a mistake? Did I use the wrong tense? Just try and have that conversation. Try to use these methods to just have that conversation, okay? Because every conversation that you have, you can learn something very valuable. When you speak with native speakers, you're able to hear sort of how they use the language, the words they use, their accent, the way that they move their mouth when they speak, and all of this can help you with your learning English process. So again, don't be afraid. Go out there, start a conversation. You can do it with anyone. Use these techniques. Tell me if you liked them. You can leave any comments below. Like the video, subscribe. Again, my name is Miqueas. Thanks for watching today and have a wonderful day.